I met the Prime Minister of Britain at a conference in Davos, in Switzerland. And we had a side meeting, and I mentioned to him the problem that I have, and that I want to go and discuss, so that he can go and first prepare himself with his people. So from there, I came back here, and then I now went to London. And we had a conversation. And I explained to him the historical injustices. I had a memorandum that I had prepared, which we had forwarded in advance. And he agreed that he would try an out-of-court settlement. Negotiated it in the cabinet. They went to Parliament. And so the British Parliament approved the motion. And also an apology. So they agreed on out-of-court settlement, which is a token. They also agreed to come and put up that monument at Uhuru Park. I was there when we were breaking ground with the British High Commissioner for the construction, okay, of that monument. But that, of course, is not enough. It's not enough, and I was happy that this matter was raised during the visit to the King here. Actually, I was invited by the King to the dinner at State House. Because he is a personal friend. And we had worked with him and his foundation in rehabilitating Lake Naivasha, which was polluted, and marine life was actually dying in Lake Naivasha. So we met first in Oslo with the Prime Minister, then Prime Minister of Norway. And he asked me what his foundation could do. Then there were 4 projects we proposed. There was Mau Conservation, Aberdares, Nairobi River, and Lake Naivasha. They opted for Lake Naivasha. And then he organized a dinner in his residence in London. And I went with a delegation from here. And he invited the companies there which market Kenyan flowers in British markets. Tesco, Marks and Spencer, and several of those departmental stores. Immediately that evening, I was Minister Sally Kosgei. We had a pledge of 600,000 sterling pounds. By the morning, it was 1 million sterling pounds. Then he talked to the Dutch government and gave 6 million euros to rehabilitation of Lake Naivasha. And Lake Naivasha was rehabilitated thanks to then Prince Charles. So this matter was raised with him, and I was happy that Mr. Ruto raised it in his speech that day, and it's an ongoing conversation. Paul Mitter suggested a bipartisan approach of opposition and the government. But this must be an inclusive process that deals with all historical injustices and ensure that justice is done and that this matter is finally put to rest permanently. The late General Kiboko had mentioned when we went to bury Mukami in Nyandarua that they were the ones who buried Dedan Kimathi in Kamiti. That he knows where the Dedan Kimathi's grave is in Kamiti. This is an issue that must need to be resolved. Mama Mukami, I wish all the times I was talking to her was that she wanted her husband to be exhumed, the remains, and be buried respectfully.